Stop scrolling right now because what you're about to hear is going to change how you train forever. If you walked into a gym this week as a beginner, chances are someone already gave you the wrong advice. Maybe it was a friend who's been working out for 2 years, but still looks the same. Maybe it was some influencer selling you a 12-week program for $97. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Building muscle as a beginner is not complicated, but the fitness industry has made billions by making you think it is. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you the exact plan, the exact exercises, the exact numbers that actually build muscle in 2026. No supplements pitch, no upsell. Just real information you can use starting today. Let's talk about why most beginners fail in their first month. Studies show that nearly 60% of new gym members quit within the first 6 months. Why? Because they're following plans designed for intermediate or advanced lifters. They're doing 5 different exercises per muscle group, training 6 days a week, and burning out by week 3. Your body, as a beginner, doesn't need that much stimulus to grow. In fact, doing too much too soon is one of the biggest reasons beginners get injured, get sore for a week, and never come back. The first thing you need to understand is this. As a beginner, your nervous system and muscles are extremely responsive to even small amounts of training. This is sometimes called newbie gains, and it's real. Your body is primed to respond fast, but only if you train smart, not hard. So what does the real beginner split look like? Forget the bro split everyone talks about, chest day, back day, arm day. That's for people who've been lifting for years. As a beginner in 2026, you want a full body or upper-lower split, training 3 to 4 days per week. Here's an example schedule. Monday, full body. Wednesday, full body. Friday, full body. That's it. 3 days. If you want a 4th day, you can add an upper-lower split on Saturday. This approach hits every major muscle group multiple times per week, which research consistently shows builds muscle faster for beginners than training each muscle once a week. Each session should take you about 45 to 60 minutes. Not 2 hours, not 3 hours. If you're spending 3 hours in the gym as a beginner, you're either resting too long between sets or doing way too much volume. Now let's get into the actual exercises. For your full body workout, you need to hit 5 major movement patterns: a squat pattern, a hinge pattern, a push pattern, a pull pattern, and a core movement. For squat pattern, your main options are the barbell back squat, the goblet squat, or the leg press. If you're nervous about barbell squats as a complete beginner, start with goblet squats using a dumbbell. They're easier to learn and still extremely effective. For the hinge pattern, this means deadlifts, specifically the Romanian deadlift or the trap bar deadlift. This builds your hamstrings, glutes, and lower back, 3 areas most beginners completely neglect. For push movements, you've got the bench press, the dumbbell shoulder press, and push-ups. For pull movements, the lat pull-down, the seated cable row, or assisted pull-ups if you're not strong enough yet for full pull-ups. And finally, for core, planks, hanging knee raises, or cable crunches. Here's where most beginners get it wrong: sets, reps, and rest periods. The magic number for beginners is this: 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps for most exercises. Why 8 to 12? Because this rep range builds muscle size effectively while also letting you practice good form with manageable weight. For your big compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, bench press, you can go slightly lower, 6 to 10 reps. Rest between sets should be 90 seconds to 2 minutes for big lifts, and 60 to 90 seconds for smaller accessory movements like bicep curls or lateral raises. Here's a pattern interrupt for you. Most beginners rest way too little because they're scrolling their phone and lose track of time, or they rest too much because they're scared of the next set. Set a timer. Use it every single time. This one habit alone will dramatically improve your results within 4 weeks. Now here's the secret that separates people who build muscle from people who spin their wheels for years: progressive overload. This means your body only grows when you consistently challenge it with more than it's used to. That doesn't mean adding 50 pounds every week. That's unrealistic and dangerous. It means small, consistent increases. If you did 3 sets of 10 reps at 50 pounds on the bench press this week, next week try 3 sets of 11 reps at the same weight, or 3 sets of 10 reps at 52.5 pounds. Track every single workout in your phone notes. Without tracking, you're guessing, and guessing doesn't build muscle. Most commercial gyms in the US have dumbbells going up in 2.5 to 5 pound increments. Use those small jumps to your advantage. This single principle, applied consistently for 12 weeks, is responsible for more muscle growth than any supplement, any fancy machine, or any influencer program you'll ever buy. Let's quickly address nutrition because training without proper fuel is like trying to build a house without bricks. As a beginner aiming to build muscle, you need to eat in a slight calorie surplus, roughly 200 to 300 calories above your maintenance level. Protein is non-negotiable. Aim for 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 160 pounds, that's between 112 and 160 grams of protein daily. Chicken breast, eggs, Greek yogurt, lean beef, and protein shakes are all solid, affordable options available at any grocery store in the US. You don't need expensive supplements. Creatine monohydrate is the one supplement backed by decades of research that actually works, and it costs less than $20 for a 2-month supply. So here's your action plan for this week. Pick 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever works for your schedule. Use the full body template I just gave you. 1 squat movement, 1 hinge movement, 1 push movement, 1 pull movement, and 1 core movement, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps each. Rest 90 seconds between sets. Track your weights and reps every single session. Eat in a slight surplus with enough protein. And give it 12 weeks before you judge your results. That's it. That's the entire beginner muscle building plan for 2026. No gimmicks, no expensive programs, just real actionable information. If this helped you, hit subscribe because next week I'm breaking down the exact intermediate program you should move to after these 12 weeks are done. See you in the next one.